Thank you, Madam Chairwoman and Ranking Member Burr, for the opportunity for me to introduce this legislation, Senate Bill 3308, the Homeless Women's Veterans Act, before the committee today. And I appreciate your hard work and effort on behalf of the nation's veterans. I know everybody here shares the same concerns about homeless veterans as I do. A couple weeks ago, I met with a constituent of mine, Dan Lyons, who walked from Reno, Nevada to Washington, D.C. To raise support for homeless veterans, a 6-month, 2,800-mile journey. He began walking on January 3rd, recording about 25 miles each day. This former U.S. Marine Corps veteran who served in Vietnam battled treacherous weather. He battled snakes and long, lonely miles just for the chance to sit down and ask that we do more to help struggling veterans. All too often we see clearly what's wrong with this society, and I think Dan reminds us of all that is right. And I'm proud to tell his story as we discuss legislation helping homeless veterans. I commend his steadfast determination in raising awareness for those who keep us safe, and I share his commitment in helping veterans in need. Too many of our nation's heroes are coming home from overseas to their homes underwater and high unemployment in their communities. This economy has left far too many veterans without work and in too many instances without a place to live. And while a number of veterans have fallen on tough times financially, some have also had difficulty adjusting to civilian life. Today, there are over 100,000 veterans on America's streets, roughly 16% of the homeless adult population. Congress has established numerous programs that provide services to homeless veterans facing tough economic hardship. One program, the Grant and Per Diem program, has provided construction costs, transportation costs, and counseling to thousands of veterans, and has been successful in combating homelessness among veterans. While these programs provide significant assistance to our nation's veterans, there are still too many without a place to call home. Of particular concern is the growing number of homeless female veterans. In 1990, women made up 4% of all veterans. Today, that number has doubled to 8%, amounting to almost 1.8 million women. As the demographics of our armed services have changed throughout the years, so too have the needs of homeless veterans. Many homeless shelters today were never designed to serve the needs of female veterans or homeless veterans with children. The funding provided by Congress specifically dedicated to this growing population is simply not enough to ensure they have a safe and secure place to stay. Nor do existing programs allow the VA to be reimbursed for services provided to children of homeless veterans. Shelters shouldn't have to make the untenable decision to either lose money or deny services to children. For these reasons, I join with Ranking Member Burr to introduce the Women's Homeless Veteran Act, and do appreciate the support of my friend Senator Brown from Massachusetts for his support on this legislation also. This common sense legislation increases the percentage of funding allocated for homeless women veterans, as well as providing the VA with the ability to reimburse shelters for services provided to children. Under this bill, at least 15% of funds allocated to the Grant and Per Diem account must be directed to the Special Needs Program to greater meet the needs of homeless women veterans. The current program does not provide an amount that is reflective of this growing population. The increased resources could be used to construct wings at homeless shelters that are designed specifically for the security and safety needs of women and children, or provide more counseling or other rehabilitative services for female veterans. The bill also clarifies that the VA can reimburse the costs of dependents of veterans, ensuring that shelters providing services will not have to turn children of veterans away. Ensuring that all our veterans and their children have a safe and secure place to stay is the least we can do. I urge my colleagues to support this legislation to improve the lives of our nation's bravest. When they have sacrificed so much for our country to preserve and protect our freedoms, we should at least ensure that their needs are met when they fall on hard times. I'm proud that both the American Legion and the National Coalition of Homeless Veterans have joined in support of this legislation and ask that their letters of support be entered into the record. I thank Chairman Murray, Ranking Member Burr for holding this important hearing. I'm deeply appreciative of the committee's time and look forward to continuing this important discussion. And as a finishing point, Dan Lyons, who walked for 6 months, did take the train home. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Senator Heller.